Shalom, Chaverim Uchaverot. Welcome to our second instructional video. Today we're going to learn how to blow the shofar. We're in the month of Elul, preparing for Rosh Hashanah in less than a month, and in that holiday, the shofar is going to be at the center of our mitzvot, especially the very important mitzvah unique to Rosh Hashanah, to hear the sound of the shofar. So before I teach you the practical way in how to make the shofar, how to make the shofar, how to blow the shofar, I want to teach you something about shofarot themselves. So the first thing you need to get is that not all horns are created equal. Shofarot, kosher shofarot, are special. Now, a shofar is made from the horn of an animal. You see here is where the head of the animal would be, and if you follow my finger, it goes all the way up. It's a horn, and in the end you see the mouthpiece. It has been hollowed out, and not all horns are kosher for kosher shofarot. Only the horns of kosher animals, that is quadrupeds that chew the cud. And we have a tradition from the Torah Shebe'al Peh, from the oral Torah, that says that the horns of cows and oxen, bulls, are not fit to be a shofar. Traditionally, it's a ram's horn. It can also be done from other kosher animals' horns, but traditionally, because of the connection between Rosh Hashanah and the story of Akedat Yitzchak, the binding of Isaac, ram's horns are preferred. So the second law concerning kosher shofarot is that the shofar has to be curved. The shofar cannot be straight. This is already in the Mishnah, because on Rosh Hashanah we're seeking repentance, we're seeking teshuvah, and we are also curved. We are bowed down in prayer or bowed down in repentance. Therefore, the shofar cannot be straight. Third law concerning shofarot is that they need to be unadorned. That is, they cannot be painted. You cannot glue things onto them. Not only is that gaudy and ugly, but it also affects the kashrut of the shofar. Now in the Talmud and in the Mishnah, there's a discussion of whether one can cover a shofar in gold, but I really advise you not to get into trouble and just allow the natural beauty of the shofar to speak for itself. Now, a shofar has to be 4 thumb widths long as a minimum. So this shofar, of course, is more than that amount, but this amount is important, especially since shofarot are made out of keratin, which is what our nails and animals' horns are made of. It's a very fragile, very brittle substance, and if shofarot fall, they sometimes can crack. Now, if a shofar is cracked lengthwise, the crack cannot go beyond this point. If the crack goes beyond this 4 thumb width length to the mouthpiece, it is no longer a kosher shofar, and you cannot fulfill your obligation by hearing it being blown on Rosh Hashanah. Now, if the crack goes on the side, it goes across the width of the shofar, and it's more than halfway through the shofar, that crack cannot be in this area. That crack cannot be in the first 4 thumb widths of the shofar, otherwise the shofar is not kosher. These are basic halachot of kashrut of shofarot, and that we have to keep in mind while we purchase a shofar. So therefore, just get your shofar from a trusty Judaica shop, or if you have time and you live in an area that where it's available, where ram's horns are available, there is also a way of making your own shofar if you're crafty in that way. It's also a great way of preparing yourself for that mitzvah, although it doesn't give you as much time to practice blowing it. The second thing concerning the shofar is the time. Of course, the obligation to hear the voice of the shofar, the bracha, the blessing for listening to the shofar, is Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech HaOlam Asher Kideshanu V'Mitzvotav V'Tzivanu Lishmoa Kol Shofar. Blessed art thou, Hashem, our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with your mitzvot and has commanded us to hear the voice of the shofar. Again, the mitzvah is not to blow the shofar, it's to hear the shofar being blown. And this mitzvah is, you can only perform it during the daytime of the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah. Except on Shabbat, we do not blow the shofar on Shabbat. There is a tradition among Ashkenazim and certain Sephardic communities to blow the shofar also every morning during the month of Elul, except for the last day. We blow it without a blessing. We just blow it either at the end of services. Some communities blow it at the beginning of services. For that, check your Siddur and the practices of your community.